We do.
Okay, awesome. All right, so Cadet Guns, you're all clear to go ahead and start now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for attending this very special and important occasion. We regret that we were unable to proceed with this ceremony in person, but are very grateful for this opportunity to celebrate them together with this alternative. I am Cadet Cameron Gunst, and I will be your Masters of Ceremonies for today's events. On behalf of Sacramento State University and Air Force ROTC Detachment 88, we would like to welcome you all to this morning's commissioning ceremony, hosted here on Zoom University. We encourage you to take video or photographs of the ceremony if you wish, but there is no need to, as it will be recorded and made accessible to all after the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please come to the position of attention for the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain at the position of attention for the invocation.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to join together to celebrate the culmination of a challenging yet enriching journey. You know the sacrifices and contributions these soon-to-be officers and the loved ones that surround them have made to arrive at this destination in their lives. So thank you for providing the strength and determination to make this day a reality. I ask you provide these commissionees the confidence needed to realize their potential, the humility necessary to know when they need help, the gratitude to remember all they have been given, and the love necessary to care for and lead their wingmen to a more hopeful and vibrant future. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
You may be seated or be at ease. To begin, we would like to introduce the official party for today's ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Jason Markowitz, Commander, Air Force Reserves Officer, Training Corps, Detachment 88, and Professor of Aerospace Studies. Captain Anna Castillo, Recruiting Officer. Technical Sergeant Jordan Wild, NCOIC Administration Management. Miss Kathy, University Liaison and Art Attachment Mom. Next, we extend a warm welcome to our distinguished visitors in attendance. Additionally, we are honored with the presence of our commissionees, guests, which includes close friends and family members. We know that you are proud of their accomplishments, and we are thrilled that you were able to make it here today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to all of our remaining guests. At this time, we welcome our guest speaker to the stage, the one and only former Commander, Air Force Reserves Officer Training Corps, Detachment 88, United States Air Force retired, Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth Morris. Lieutenant Colonel Morris is the former professor of aerospace studies, serving here from 2015 to 2019. He was commissioned in 1993 after graduating from the University of Central Florida and completing the Air Force ROTC program at Detachment 159. Lieutenant Colonel Morris is a career intelligence officer with numerous deployments and service in CENTCOM, SOUTHCOM, PACCOM, EUCOM, and AFRICOM areas of responsibility. He retired in 2019 after serving for 26 years. Welcome, Lieutenant Colonel Morris.
Well, good morning, Lieutenant Colonel Markowitz, Det 88 cadre, cadets, family, and guests. Hi, Miss Kathy, Tech Sergeant Wild, and Staff Sergeant Brown. I miss you guys. Before I go any further, this is a challenging way to do a commissioning ceremony. And I just want to say that Cadet Bessler, Cadet De La Cruz, Cadet Gunst, you're rocking it. Cadet Criesco, great prayer. And, you know, you guys are doing a great job in a challenging situation. So thanks for your flexibility and thanks for inviting me to be here. It's truly my honor to speak to you today as we come together to commission the newest officers in our great United States Air Force. I gotta admit, I'd rather be standing there with you in the same room, shaking your hands and celebrating your amazing accomplishments in person. But since that's not possible, let's celebrate at a distance for now. Commissionees, it's great to see you all. What an awesome day. Definitely one of my favorite events of the year when we do commissioning. We got to rehearse this yesterday, and when I saw y'all, I was just so pumped up. I knew that you're commissioning today and that you're going out into the Air Force really soon. You know, as much as I love commissioning day, I also love it when you get your EAD orders and you're driving off to your first assignment or your training. You got your stuff packed in the car. Some of you are going to go out and buy shiny, brand new LT mobiles. Some of you are going to stick with the trusty vehicles that have worked for the last 4 years. Either way, you're starting a new adventure. I remember each of you as first-year cadets, AS-100s, 250s, enlisted commissioning program folks, some from military families, and some not, all looking to be part of something that's larger than yourself. You found it at Det 88, and you made up your minds to complete this program. You're fulfilling the ROTC mission today in spite of the challenges that you face. This last semester must have been surreal and really difficult. I know you've learned something from the experience that you take with you everywhere you go. Every situation provides a learning opportunity. I challenge you to take what you've learned over these last months and use that knowledge as you go out to lead airmen. So I'm not sure if it's fortunate or unfortunate for you that your guest speaker knows you so well. It's hard for me to look at you without thinking of you individually. When I look at the list of cadets that are getting commissioned today, one thing jumped out at me, something that links you all. What struck me was your perseverance as individuals and as a team. Your group has come through so much. I'll list a couple of things. Some of you had academic struggles and brutal majors, and you graduated. Some of you left the program, but came back. Some of you weren't sure if this program was right for you, and then you committed to it. Some almost had to transfer to other detachments because of family commitments, but then you stayed. Some of you took on the most challenging career fields our Air Force offers, and then you crushed it. Some of you struggled with serious injury and fought through the pain. As a group, you completed your training despite the challenges of distance learning and the massive health risks. And to be honest, a few of you had some facial hair challenges. You know who you are. In spite of those and many other challenges, you persevered. You honed your toughness at Det 88, but you learned it from parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, mentors, and teachers along the way. As you go out into the Air Force, take that toughness with you each day. Help your fellow airmen persevere as you have. I promise that within the first year of active duty, you'll come across a fellow airman that needs your help. Someone that needs a dose of what you have. I challenge you to help that person realize their toughness. Help them learn what you've already demonstrated. If you haven't seen the video of our incoming Chief of Staff, General C.Q. Brown, and his discussion about the challenges he faced as a young officer, I recommend you watch it. It's a great story of perseverance, and it's so relevant right now. The challenges you've experienced at DED 88 won't be your last. I know you know that. Every day you'll have to fight to become a better leader, to learn your job, to perform under stress. There will be tears and frustrations, but you're all ready for these situations. You know how to persevere, and you will do it. My last challenge to you is to never give up. Got to have a quote. Winston Churchill said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." As you've done for the last 4 years, persevere. You'll have the support of your fellow airmen and a legacy of valor behind you. Right now, I'm reading a book. It's the story of the Wright brothers. And what strikes me as I read the book is that they weren't the smartest two guys, although they were smart. And they didn't have the most resources, because they sure didn't. But what strikes me is that they were relentless in their pursuit of flight. Be relentless in your pursuits like they were. Tonight, when your head hits the pillow after celebrating, hopefully late into the evening, take a chance to reflect on what you've accomplished. It's truly amazing. You guys amaze me. I said it before, but the fact that you go to school, work, do ROTC, have significant others, and all the other things that go on in your life, it's amazing. Thank you for what you've done so far. I'm going to lift a toast to you tonight as well. I am so proud of you. Please keep in touch with me as you blaze your trail. It's a small Air Force, and I know I'll see some of you as our paths cross. Good luck. God bless you all. Thanks for having me.
Truly, thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Morse. At this time, we would like to take a moment to explain the history and tradition behind the commission and the First Salute. The commission oath can trace its lineage back to the loyalties pledged by Roman soldiers. Today, the commission oath continues to be taken by all officer candidates of the uniformed service. Individuals who take this oath are commissioned by the President to uphold the Constitution of the United States at all costs. It has no mention of time duration and therefore stands as a lifetime affirmation for all officers to take it. These individuals consciously volunteered to go above and beyond the rest of their peers and serve their country, choosing to put others before themselves. The oath they take remains in effect until the nation determines their duty is complete and they are relieved from it. The salute is rooted in the days of chivalry, when it was customary for knights in armor to raise their visors to friends for the purpose of identification, as well as a sign of respect and allegiance. Today, the first salute stands as an honored military tradition. It has been referred to as the Silver Dollar Salute because the new lieutenant proudly hands a shiny silver dollar to the first enlisted person who salutes him or her. Since 1792, the silver dollar has traditionally been the only coin given in exchange for the receipt of respect due to the newly earned rank. Beyond this, the bestowing of a coin signifies a deep sense of gratitude within the new officer for the knowledge of enlisted airmen. While we are unable to exchange silver dollars today, the first salute still stands as acknowledgement from one military professional to another that says, "Welcome to our service. Welcome to the profession of arms." With that, let us begin. I'd like to remind all of you that are watching to feel free to take photographs and videos during the commissioning oath, handing of the rank, and first salute. However, please save your applause for the completion of each commissioning, and please remember the ceremony will be recorded. Our first commissionee is Cadet Timothy Cow. He will be commissioned by his sister, Second Lieutenant Tiffany Cow.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name, having been appointed a Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
I, Timothy Wynn Cow, having been appointed a Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Timothy Cow. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Trang Nguyen, his grandmother, Sugar Nguyen, his brother, Troy Cow, and his girlfriend, Alyssa Espinoza. Lieutenant Cow is from Elk Grove High School. He graduated from Pleasant Grove High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. His Air Force specialty code is 92T1, Combat Systems Officer Training.
All right. Go ahead. Right.
Second Lieutenant Timothy Cow will be deferring his salute until active duty. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Cow. Our next commissionee is Cadet Peter Carlson. He will be commissioned by his martial arts instructor, retired Navy Lieutenant Commander William Wackles.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Peter Anthony Carlson,
I, Peter Anthony Carlson,
having been appointed Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Sir.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Peter Carlson. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Margarita Carlson, his father, Steve Carlson, and his sister, Stephanie Carlson. Lieutenant Carlson is from San Diego, California, and he graduated from Rancho Bernardino High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. His Air Force specialty code is 92T0, pilot trainee. Second Lieutenant Peter Carlson will be deferring his first salute until active duty. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Carlson. Our next commissionee is Cadet Ethan Clark. He will be commissioned by his first lieutenant, Nick Sober.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Ethan Joe Clark,
Have been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force.
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I'll bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same.
that I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
That I will and faithfully discharge the duties of the office appointed or office upon which I'm about to enter.
and that I will and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Ethan Clark. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his father, Jerry Clark, and his mother, Christy Clark. Lieutenant Clark is from Ione, California, and he graduated from Argonaut High School. He has just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice. His Air Force specialty code is 13N, Missile Operations Officer. Second Lieutenant Ethan Clark will be deferring his first salute until active duty. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Clark. Our next commissionee is Cadet Bryce Jemias. He will be commissioned by our very own detachment commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Markowitz.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Bryce Jemias,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
that I take this obligation freely
That I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office
discharge the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Bryce Jemias. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Holly Jemias, his father, James Jemias, his sister, Brooklyn Jemias, and his father, Sean Padavon, as well as his fiancee, Nitza Garcia. Lieutenant Jemias is from Elk Grove High School, and he graduated from Elk Grove High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. His Air Force specialty code is 92T1, Combat Systems Officer Training.
do it.
Second Lieutenant Bryce Jemias will be receiving his first salute from Technical Sergeant Jordan Wild. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Jemias. Our next commissionee is Luna Cassis. She will be commissioned by retired Army Colonel Pablo Manzo.
Turn that camera on. We'll use this one. Ready? A little bit. They're gonna pin it for us. Just use the camera. Just unmute it. Tell me when.
I state your full name.
I, Luna Janelle Cassis,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
and that I take this obligation freely
and that I take this obligation freely
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, LT. Well done.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Luna Cassis. The pinning of the rank will be performed by her mother, Michelle Cassis, her father, Suhal Cassis, and her grandfather, Michael Bundy. Lieutenant Cassis is from Napa, California, and she graduated from Fairfield High School. She just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice. Her Air Force specialty code is 21R, Logistics Readiness Officer. Second Lieutenant Cassis will be receiving her first salute from brother, Lance Corporal Michael Cassis. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Cassis. Our next commissionee is Cadet Joshua Madronich. He will be commissioned by Second Lieutenant Savannah Kuntz.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name,
I, Joshua Nathaniel Madronich,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the Air Force,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Joshua Madronage. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his father, Rudolph Madronage, and his mother, Patricia Madronage, and his sister, Dorothy Madronage. Lieutenant Madronage is from Fairfield, California, and he graduated from Buckingham Charter Magnet High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Arts degree in communication with a minor in military studies. His Air Force specialty code is 92T2, Air Battle Manager Trainee. Second Lieutenant Joshua Madronage will be receiving his first salute from his father, former Petty Officer Second Class Rudolph Madronage. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Madronage. Our next commissionee is Cadet Joshua Melton. He will be commissioned by his father, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Melton.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joshua Michael Melton, having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
I, Joshua Michael Melton, having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Joshua Melton. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Catherine Melton, his aunt, Anne Lucille, and his wife, Tiffany Belrose Melton. Lieutenant Melton is from Great Falls, Montana, and he graduated from Cabrillo High School. He just recently graduated from the University of California, Davis, with a Bachelor of Science degree in economics with an emphasis in behavior and strategy. His Air Force specialty code is 41A, Biomedical Services Officer. Second Lieutenant Joshua Melton will be deferring his first salute until active duty. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Melton. Our next commissionee is Cadet Chase Myers. He will be commissioned by retired U.S. Air Force Colonel George Armstrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my deepest and great honor to administer the oath to Chase Myers. Raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Chase Myers,
Have been appointed a Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, Secretary Myers.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Chase Myers. The penning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Dana Myers, and his sisters, Kelsey and Kaylee Myers. Lieutenant Myers is from Apple Valley, California, and he graduated from the Academy for Academic Excellence. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Military Studies. His Air Force specialty code is 92T1, Combat Systems Training. Second Lieutenant Chase Myers will be receiving his first salute from U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Caleb Rader. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Chase Myers. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Myers. Our next commissionee is Cadet Noah Ocker. He will be commissioned by his father, retired U.S. Air Force Major Kenneth Lee Ocker.
I state your name. I, Noah Lee Ocker, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Noah Ocker. The penning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Kristen Ocker, his father, Kenneth Ocker, and his sister, Grace Ocker. Lieutenant Ocker is from Sacramento, California, and he graduated from Wheatland Union High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Arts degree in History and Human Geography. His Air Force specialty code is 92T1, Combat Systems Officer Training. Second Lieutenant Noah Ocker will be receiving his first salute from U.S. Army Private First Class Noah Neeson. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Ocker. Our next commissionee is Cadet Ashley Presley. She will be commissioned by her brother, U.S. Army Major Lee Schroeder.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed to Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Ashley Presley. The pinning of the rank will be performed by her mother, Maria Schroeder, and her father, Gene Schroeder. Second Lieutenant Presley is from Bremerton, Washington, and she graduated from Bremerton High School. She just recently graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University with a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration. Her Air Force specialty code is 64P, Contracting Officer. Second Lieutenant Ashley Presley will be deferring her first salute until active duty. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Presley. Our final commissionee is Cadet Jermaine Sesa. He will be commissioned by U.S. Army Colonel Roy Banson.
Ready for this, Jermaine?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name, having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
I, Jermaine Francis Sesa, having been appointed a Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Second Lieutenant Jermaine Sesa. The pinning of the rank will be performed by his mother, Maria Sesa, his sister, Gianna Bedker, and his brother-in-law, Staff Sergeant Aaron Bedker. Lieutenant Sesa is from Vallejo, California, and he graduated from Aviano High School. He just recently graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication Studies and a minor in Military Studies. His Air Force specialty code is 21R, Logistics Readiness Officer.
Perfect.
Second Lieutenant Jermaine Sesa will be receiving his first salute from his father, retired Air Force Master Sergeant Leo Sesa. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Sesa. At this time, we would like to welcome up Commander of Air Force Detachment 88, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Markowitz, to the stage. Lieutenant Colonel Jason Markowitz is the commander of Air Force Reserves Officer Training Corps, Detachment 88, and professor of aerospace studies at California State University, Sacramento. A native of Tehachapi, California. Colonel Markowitz graduated from Fresno State University and commissioned through Air Force ROTC Detachment 035 in May 1998. Following commissioning, he spent a year as a Gold Bar recruiter, attended intelligence officer training at Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas, and then spent the next 20 years as a career intelligence officer, finishing his last assignment as the commander, 50th Intelligence Squadron at Beale Air Force Base, California. He is a graduate of the X-16 MQ-19 Intelligence Formal Training Units, the Intelligence Master Skills Course, and Air Force Reserve Senior Intelligence Officer Course, as well as earning 2 master's degrees. During his career, Colonel Markowitz has secured more than 4,500 combat support hours in the MQ-1, MQ-9, and DGS, participated in more than a dozen multinational and joint named operations, and has served in Italy, the Balkans, Afghanistan, 3 bases in the Republic of Korea, and 6 installations across the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Lieutenant Colonel Markowitz.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow cadre, officers, NCOs, parents, family, friends, and especially our new lieutenants. This is truly a great day. In 1998, I stood proudly on the medal stage flanked by F-16s at the Fresno Air National Guard Base and took my oath of office. It was a day I worked extremely hard to earn, and it was not an easy road. My story started there 22 years ago, and today you are on the precipice of forging your own stories. 2020 has been an interesting year, to say the least. From the January delays in receiving AFSCs, to leaving the campus in March due to coronavirus, to virtual operations, to canceled training classes, and the myriad iterations of field training, which to moderate surprise is actually set to commence shortly. You have jumped hurdles this year that no one saw coming. Some of your academic courses gave more work since you were staying home, while others had instructors who just wouldn't do the virtual game and called it quits early. I hope I struck a balance between the two with your aerospace class and provided you with some good info to start your careers without wasting your time for the sake of added coursework. You've made it to today with some incredible individual effort, but you never lost sight of the team around you. The 11 of you have 11 different personalities, and regardless of where you fell in the static ranking, I saw nothing but excellence from you throughout your final year. I was wowed by the perseverance, the creativity, the diligence, the professionalism, and the grit, as you not only navigated the aforementioned challenges, but did so with an entirely new officer cadre to whom you had to learn to adapt. As we've discussed in class and in various other sessions, change is the only constant in the Air Force, and you will see it in every assignment, sometimes more than once, and each will bring with it some challenges along with some benefits. It is up to you to determine how you will handle it and what sort of follower you will be on active duty. There's an old joke that asks, what is the difference between an airman first class and a second lieutenant? Well, an airman first class has been promoted. Popularity from the dead won't carry over. Respect will need to be earned from scratch. The author Victor Hugo once said, eventually popularity will fade away and all that remains is the quality of your work. You all have the tools to do excellent work and succeed on day one. You have the drive, the motivation, the tenacity, and the demeanor to be outstanding officers and have successful careers, however long those careers may be. I think back to the fall semester when most of you presented your decision briefs and the quality of the work you produced. I was in awe at what each of you thought of, the depth of your research, and the quality of your courses of action. Throughout the rest of the year, I saw that caliber of professionalism on the drill pad, in the classroom, in the O Club, on the track, and walking through Yosemite Hall. Never forget where you came from, the struggles you overcame, the lessons you learned, even the compassion you received when you were down, and the straight talk you received when you needed it. You all earned the respect of the cadre and the cadet wing. You led by example and showed nearly 75 GMC cadets what it means to be in that final year toward the gold bar. You gave them examples to aspire to be and demonstrated the qualities officer candidates should exhibit. I would be remiss if I didn't issue a heartfelt thanks to all of your families who stood by your side as you made this journey and who are beaming with pride as you achieve this significant milestone in your Air Force career. Not everyone comes from military families, and I can appreciate all the fears and trepidation that come with that first realization that this is your chosen career path. Neither of my parents were in the military, though both of my grandfathers served in World War II. My mom found out I had joined ROTC when I came home at Thanksgiving in my service dress, and that was indeed a long weekend. Our families are the glue that hold us together. A round of applause, please, for the families of our new lieutenants. I also want to give thanks to our Projo team who worked so hard to put this together. Under the leadership of Cadet Mason Bessler and in coordination with our commissioning class, they built an extraordinary ceremony during extraordinary times. Thank you also to Sergeant Brown, who was at field training and who worked diligently over the past months on Form 53s, flight physicals, and so much more. Thank you to Tech Sergeant Wild, who worked some long hours, including some weekends, to coordinate the virtual document drill for all of you. From the memos to the certificates and everything in between, he has truly been exceptional getting everything prepared under these conditions. If you learned anything from your time at this detachment, you learned the value of our Air Force NCOs and have seen in practice their tireless work. To Major Waterman, who is at field training, and Captain Castillo, who is here with us today, this detachment cannot be run without a total team effort. From counselings to instruction to supervision to discussions on policy and practices, you've helped guide each of these new lieutenants and prepared them for success. And of course, Miss Kathy. No one works harder on medical processing, uniforms, campus administration, and so much more, and does it with a smile for all those cadets who she cherishes in this program. Thank you also to all of our guests for being here. And Lieutenant Colonel Morse, thank you for taking the time to be here as our guest speaker. When you left the detachment, it was in excellent condition, and your team ensured my team had a definite advantage when we got here. I appreciate all you did for us and for me, and I wish you all the very best and good health in Florida. Finally, I will say good luck. This isn't the end of the road, but a great new beginning. I'm proud to welcome you into the service that has treated my family and me so well for more than 2 decades, and wish you all much success on your journey. Thank you once again, and congratulations.
Truly, thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Markowitz. Our final order of business today is to present the Distinguished Graduate Award. The title of this Distinguished Graduate is awarded to those lieutenants who performed during their time in Air Force ROTC was absolutely superior, warranting special recognition and placing them in the top 10% all graduates nationwide. This Detachment 88 Distinguished Graduate from the commissioning class of 2020 is Lieutenant Jermaine Sesa. Congratulations, Lieutenant Sesa.
Thank you, sir. Colonel Markowitz. Morning, sir.
Well earned, Cadet Sesa, well earned.
Ladies and gentlemen, please unmute your microphones and join me in welcoming the newest officers of the United States Air Force with your applause. Now's the time. Please come to attention and join us in singing the first verse of the Air Force song, which is located at the back of the Congratulations, all of you, and we would like to thank all of those in attendance.